come to the show before or that you're new to this, Pageantry Now is all about positive pageantry and making a difference in the world and trying to use pageantry as a way to be able to do that. We highlight the beauty from within and try to give different opportunities to young ladies to be able to talk about their platforms, to practice their interview, to practice public speaking, practice, hey, how are you? What's going on, Shelby? Hey, Melissa. Gives opportunities for women and girls to be able to share their platform, get makeup tips, work on all of the things that are the fun things about pageantry. We're extremely informal. We have a YouNow family, so we just come hang out. We YouNow and chill sometimes, but tonight we do have some special guests that will be joining us. So as I see us start to load, I will start loading some of our guests in so they can talk tonight. I know that we have a title holder or director that are going to be on tonight from California, as well as one of my friends from Texas who's going to come on and talk about some different beauty secrets that she has as well. And more importantly, health secrets so that you stay beautiful from the inside out and making a difference in how your body functions, which is at the end of the day, we put a lot of garbage in, so we want to make sure that we try to clean our bodies out. So with that being said, Melissa, if you guys are ready to go live, I've only got 5 viewers on right now, but if you have not, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, please fan us. Shelby, are you going to be around for a little while? Or you're just hanging? Hey, Haley, how are you? Hey, Martina, how are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. If you haven't already, please fan us so that you can come back for all the fun. I'm going to go ahead and you'll stay? Okay, good. We're going to do some interviews tonight, so it'll be fun. Hi. Hold on 1 second. So we'll see. It's been a little glitchy tonight, so just kind of hang in there with us. Thank you for fanning me. I will fan you at the end of the broadcast. Anybody that fans me during the broadcast, I do at the very end. And if you want to, share with your friends because they may want to check this out and see the beauty queens that are coming on and then learn some beauty tips too. So with that being said, let me guess my friends. And feel free to ask them any questions that you guys want to in chat. I will ask the questions out loud for them in case they can't see it. Hi guys, how are you? Oh yay, Shelby's inviting her friends. Yay! So, okay. All right, so Melissa, if you would do me the favor of introducing yourself and tell me about your pageant system and what you guys do. And then I know yesterday you had a great pageant and a new celebration, so tell us about that as well.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes, my name is Melissa Missler, and I am the pageant director for M3 Northern California Community Service Pageant, and we just crowned 26 more individuals yesterday that will be serving in the community. That's right, woo! We also were so fortunate that during the pageant we had a ribbon cutting celebrating our first year with 1,000 appearances, and so the Chamber of Commerce and the Tapestry Network of Nevada County came out to celebrate. So we had over 100 people there that were celebrating with us. It was a really big deal, and I'm excited to be part of Pageantry Now's tonight's show.
I'm so happy to have you as part of our Pageantry Now family. Yesterday, for anybody that is just logging on, yesterday was their pageant. You can see 14 of the different pageant interviews that took place from, hey Jack, what's going on? Our West Coast correspondent, Heather Clark, who is also my bestie, and my accomplished American director, as well as the reigning Mrs. West Coast Woman of Achievement. So she did live interviews they were YouTube videos yesterday, so you can go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/pageantrynowmedia. Subscribe to us and you can watch all of the videos. I uploaded everything except for one because I just wanted to get clarification from you, Melissa. The mom that her daughter is autistic, she's okay with the video going on, right?
She understands.
I think that video is amazing. And since I know the director and the person that started the Miss Amazing pageant, which is for all people with disabilities, I just think it is so phenomenal that you have a title holder that has autism and is doing such an amazing job, and that her mom is so fantastic and being able to support her. So I just wanted to make sure it was okay to upload that video with you before I did it.
Yes, and she knew what she was doing. We also have someone that has, how do you say, the one that Stephanie has?
Well, there's a spectrum, and so we have 3 ladies in our pageant system that are all on the spectrum, and they're all amazing. But yeah, autism is nothing that can hold us back. There's not a disability that can keep you from serving your community.
I'm a behavior modification therapist, so that's actually what I specialize in, is autism and spectrum behavior. And so the reason Heather and I became so close was because her son is on the spectrum, and so we started working via, hi Kylie, how are you? I see Mama 3 Sons, thank you for joining us. So we started doing Skype sessions. So that was really what really built our relationship, and she called me and go, I need help. I'm like, okay, let's work through this. And so now the boys know that if they need Miss Stacy time, they can call me anytime they want. So
I haven't had a lot of exposure with like being right next to someone who has a disability. Like, there's just not something that I've ever had a chance to experience. And seeing April work with her daughter yesterday was amazing. Like, when they went on stage together, that bond, that mother and daughter bond, was just unbelievably strong. And I've never had that. And I was blown away. It was just such a fun to see.
There is something about when you have a child with spectrum disorder that makes you really protective of that child, but on the same token, you want to see them do the best things that they've ever done. So, Melissa, you were there when at our pageant at Accomplished American, when our performance went on, and we heard "Let It Go." Well, that was my favorite part of pageant, because for Kent, that was very, very hard for him to be able to do that. And I just was like, there's a part of my heart that just melted. By the way, Heather's on, so everybody say hi, Heather.
And Anastasia was at that pageant as well. I don't know if you know that. So she got to see that performance as well.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
You were there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to see me give up my crown? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was the first time we met. You did an interview, but yeah, that was a really cool pageant.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did an interview together. Really, I remember, because at that point you had a different title though, didn't you?
Yes, I had the Nevada City Collegiate title, and now I have the county title. So I went up a level, got a bigger crown.
Right. Well, and that was because I didn't want to say anything to Heather. I'm going, I know her, right? And I didn't want to be rude, because I was like, I'm sorry. And honestly, it's nothing personal. I was just like 2.5 months post-op, which I was just trying to figure out. I'm like, clearly I know her because she knows about my medical stuff. So, honestly, at that point, I was just trying to get through pageant without having a total nervous breakdown. Well, emotional breakdown more than anything else, and then just trying to get through. I hadn't gone cross country. I was, it was a different experience. And now the thing that's really crazy is now I've been cross country 3 times since then. So, and I'll be going again in May. I'll be in California in May. So, and then
yes.
Well, I'll be in LA. Hey Pam, how are you? Yes, one of my friends is on Pam. Hi, Jay. How are you? Hi, Sarah. Sarah's a title holder. Pam is a title holder. Girls and boys that are here. And Jay, you're back. I see. Thank you for coming. Feel free to type any questions that you want to ask. Tasia, with that being said, if you would like to introduce yourself, I would greatly appreciate it.
Awesome. Yes, hello. My name is Anastasia, but I just go by Tasia for short to be fun. I am a M3Mall collegiate title holder. This is my 6th year. And is the Nevada County Tapestry Network. It's women of faith and women of business coming together to not only benefit the community by doing fundraising and uplifting charity work, but to also create a network of just businesswomen so we can support each other in growing our lives, increasing faith. Like, it's just such an amazing support network. And I'm actually the intern for that nonprofit. And my sponsors this year are M3Mall, the Tapestry Network of Nevada County, and AJ Superior Automotive, which are sponsors that when I was in high school, not only gave me jobs, but taught me skills that I'm using in college. So it's just so great to have that support and have my to give back to my community with the support of people that got me to this point right now.
Yay! Congratulations. I know that, okay, so I know you guys celebrated 1,000 appearances. Now, was that with all of your queens? So it was 1,000 total throughout the year with everybody, right?
With everyone, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So our top appearance person, her name is Rachel Peters, and we gave her an award yesterday, and she was also on New on Friday to celebrate accomplishments.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That's so awesome. Oh, my gosh. That is crazy. Okay. And for anybody that's popping in, because now I see like a bunch of my people popping in. So Pam, my friend Pam, is giving you a round of applause. So yay! She's like, hello, pretty ladies with the Knight of Crowns.
Get closer with the camera.
Get closer. Show the sparklies. There's no sparkle. Hey, Vic, how are you? Hey, you're still hanging out, so we appreciate it. Heather's still on. Heather can't really chat because she's got the boys right now. So, but she wanted to pop in and say hi. Okay, so what are your plans now, Tasia? What do you plan to do like going forward? Is there another system that you go to? Are you gonna be doing more pageants? How are you gonna do your reign? I mean, I know it's awkward. Your director's there, so.
The pressure's on. I know that there's like this stigma where people think that girls only go for titles to hold and to wear a crown. But with Melissa's pageants and a couple other pageants in our country, I hold this title to be seen as a leader in my community for doing the most good for the right reasons. So when I do service for Melissa's pageants for M3Mall, I'm doing it to help other people, like not just for myself to get like my record, just not anything like that. And I honestly think this year my goal is to do it every week. So my last season, I was like my first year of college. I was a little like, I was juggling 400 new things, like trying to live on my own in a new area. And with this title this year, my goal is to do service that teaches people skills. So my service is going to be like kind of mentor-based. So I'm looking for programs like the Make a Splash Foundation or the after-school tutoring programs have me working with people that need to learn a new skill or need mentorship in something that I could help with. So I have applied for FAFSA, I've done college applications, I've used all these techniques to get myself to where I am, and I would love to share that information with maybe local foster youth programs, or I'm a really good swimmer, so I'd love to teach people that don't know how to swim or are scared of the water how to survive in the water and how to use yourself comfortable with different surroundings. So that's what I'm looking forward this year, is to do service in a mentorship way, kind of a step up from just kind of community service. So I'm going since.
Well, it is hard. It's hard to balance, and that's one thing. Pam wants to know if you guys can tell where both of you are from. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I was born in Grass Valley, and I was raised here in Nevada County, which is about 2 hours north of Sacramento, but an hour and a half away from Lake Tahoe. So it's a really beautiful area. What?
No, I was saying hi to Mexican.
Oh, hi.
In and out, I'm going to say hi to people that they come in so they just know. And there's Michael. My husband's home. Hi, Ivory. How are you? Okay, so you live, about how far from Sacramento?
We're 2 hours north of Sacramento and an hour and a half away from Lake Tahoe.
Okay, so you guys are you closer to Auburn, or you're, like, how far away from Auburn?
Yeah, like a half hour away from Auburn. Yeah.
Okay, and Melissa, where are you located so that everybody knows?
I'm also in Grass Valley, California, part of Nevada County, and that's where our pageants are held, but our titles are for all of Northern California. So from Fresno to the Oregon border, we have titles as Northern California, and some of them are Capital City for our Sacramento area, some are Gold County for the outskirts, as well as local titles like held here as Nevada City. Now she's Nevada County. And you had asked her what her plans were for the year. So while my plans for her is that she just serves all year round, that she will come back to us to be the 2017 university title holder for Northern California, which would be an even bigger crown than she has right now. So that's my hopes for her.
The
Very
gets
proud to be
bigger.
working with
Oh
her.
my gosh. Bigger, spread.
This is next year's crown. Can you see it?
Melissa, this is nuts, man. They can't wear those comfortably. Oh my god. And they light up too. No, Heather, you're kidding.
This is one of our light crowns, which is an optional category. So it turns on and off. Can you see that? I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's
So lots of
okay,
optional categories.
But that's so fantastic, and it's so great that you give women and girls opportunities to be able. They're gorgeous. I can't wear anything that big. It makes me fall. I have a hard enough time being able to walk and chew gum at the same time. There is no gliding that goes on. You've seen me.
Well, something that we have, we're actually modeling our shirts. For our active appearances where we're doing walks, like for Relay for Life or out at the fairgrounds, we have matching T-shirts with the rhinestones, and we don't wear the crown. So we have options.
Yeah, no, we do too. We have the Woman of Achievement. My director actually made national T-shirts, and she rhinestoned all of them for all of the national winners. And then we, as local title holders, got local ones that were white, and then as state title holders, we have red ones. So it kind of sets us apart. And then the national title holders have blue ones. So I'll be going to the Teen Achieve pageant that'll be in Los Angeles, Anaheim. Hopefully, it's my 50th birthday that same weekend, so hopefully I'm going. And then I will be competing for the Mrs. Elite Woman of Achievement title the first week in November. So I'll be back in Cali again. So, and then assuming we get enough title holders together to do Accomplished American and do a live pageant, I'll be emceeing the live pageant as well. So, yay! I should just move to California. Except my other director for Women of Achievement has decided that I need to move to Tampa because this me going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth is getting really tiring. So, for anybody that thinks that being a title holder is glamorous, yeah, not so glamorous. You spend a lot of time traveling. I always laugh because I do a lot of time waiting. There's waiting on the bus, in the car, there's waiting in the airport, there's waiting on the airplane. Yeah. And then there's always the community service part of it where it's not the glitz and the glamour, and it's the going out and getting dirty and making a difference and sweating. You know, yesterday it was almost 90 degrees. Well, and actually when we did Relay for Life for the pageant, it was 109. I said, I don't know how you guys deal with that. That's nuts, man. And I'm thinking Northern California is going to be comfy, and I'm going to be in no. It's right.
Well,
No,
this
dry
Christmas, this Christmas, we rang bells for Salvation. We rang all 4 Fridays between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we had a snow thunderstorm, and one of our current title holders was out with the umbrella that had flipped back, just ringing the bell, and we raised $3,000 for Salvation Army, but it was 4 very cold and stormy Fridays.
Hi, Gymnastics Greg. Thanks for joining us. Why are you afraid to go to Fresno? Well, we don't do go to Fresno. Hey, Kate, Kenzie, how are you? Shayna's back. Let me just really quick give shout-outs to everybody. Accomplished, yeah. I'm going to be in California May, August, and November. I'll just, I don't know who I'm sleeping with, and I'm not sure how I'm doing this. We'll figure that out, I guess. That was a lesson I learned about 12 years ago when I won my first national title, and I realized, oh wait, you want me to travel like all the time? And I was on a plane every Friday night and then in a different city, and I swear to you, I saw some of the most amazing airports and hotels, but I can't tell you anything about any of the cities or the states that I visited because I was either in a hotel or an airport.
And they all look the same, right?
They all look the same. It just has different heat and different, rules and different accents, which I think that's part of the fun too. So, why are you grumpy, Kenzie? No grumpies allowed. There is no grumpies allowed on this telecast. If you are grumpy, try to be sleepy, sneezy, bashful, dark, dopey. Pick one of those, but grumpy is not allowed. I know I'm missing one. What am I missing? Sleepy, sneezy, bashful, dark, happy, grumpy. No. Dopey?
Say it.
Okay, dopey. So I can share the boys with you. Okay. All right. So, Melissa, you've been doing the system for how long? How long have you been a director?
14 months.
So 14 months. So you've been doing the pageant, and you have crowned how many women in the 14 months as a director?
I believe there's 45 different people, but some of them have earned the crown twice, for each year. So I think total of 45. I think.
Oh, great. Are you?
That was a question
flexible girl? Yeah, no, that's cool. Flexible girl, you, Tasia, come closer so they can see the bling. Come closer, closer. There you go. Isn't it amazing?
There's so much detail.
Oh,
so the different title holders get different sizes. So this is the crown in the smaller one. So we are really excited about this because it's a series. So the younger gals or city title holders get a little bit smaller and it gets bigger as you go. But it's the same look and same stones.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So I saw my other guest for the night just popped in. Lori, do me a favor, fan us. There's a little button on the top that says to fan us. Flexible girl, thank you. The bling is awesome, but honestly what these women do with helping other women, inspiring other women, the community service they do is so amazing. Ivory, you need to do a pageant because pageants, I know Ivory isn't made of money, but that's why we have to come up with a system that doesn't cost you a lot of money. Have you met my friend, Miss Heather? Because Ivory...
Something with our pageant. We offer coming in at $25, so that it's reasonable. So for $25, your application fee, and it includes 4 practices with a professional trainer and a cosmetics class. So we're really trying to make it affordable for everyone to get involved.
That's awesome. The only challenge that we have with Ivory is that Ivory lives lives in Illinois, so it's not something that she can be part of your systems. But she can't. Okay, what's the fan button? Lori wants to know. I don't know where the fan button is. Tasia, do me a favor. Is there an actual button that says fan on the website that you can fan? Because
yes. So I'm on my iPad right now, and there's 4 little options, and you click that one. Right there. And then you can fan it.
This is why I have 20-somethings on the show, so they can show us how to make all of this stuff work. Hello?
But if you're watching on a laptop, it should be by the title where it says Pageantry Now on #beauty. There should be a white button that says fan, and once you click it, it turns blue.
See, now I need someone to show me how to use this, because this is the new toy I got.
I love GoPros. Oh my gosh. I put mine on a selfie stick.
I'm so afraid of it right now. I'm really afraid to use it. I'm terrified. So it's been charging.
The biggest tip.
Go ahead.
The biggest tip I can give is make the password the name of the device. So my GoPro is called Go Teja Vu, and my password is Go Teja Vu, just so I don't forget it. Because there's no way to read your password. So.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, now you tell me. Oh, gosh. Now I'm like, what's my password?
But it's super cool. I can put my GoPro in the pool when I'm teaching people swim lessons, and we can record how they're swimming, and I can watch it on my iPad while they're doing it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's so much fun.
I just got the SD card because I actually got one that was a demo model from a company that I buy musical instruments from for my music company, and they gave it to me super, super cheap because it was a demo model, but it didn't come with an SD card. I'm like, for $19? Oh yes, I will. But I can actually go on and attach my microphone, so I actually can get microphone quality sound from it. Yeah. I got the tripod. I've got the selfie stick. Nisha, thank you, Pam. I love you.
You've got to give a shout out. That just came on was our Miss Congeniality. Alexa McSweeney just came on. This is her first time on, and she won Miss Congeniality yesterday, so she just came on. Hi, Lexi.
Yay, Alexa, how are you? Thank you. Thank you for being here. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. Yay, shout-outs. Hey, Shaya, how are you? We got people. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. So I got to figure out how to use it. I mean, I kind of used it for the first time today, and I did like a little demo, and we'll see. Miss Congeniality for the win. I got to get at our pageant at Accomplished American, I won the Pageantry Spirit Award, which is something that I have coveted for years and years and years. So that made me cry. Then at Woman of Achievement, instead of doing a Congeniality Award, they gave out the Pageantry Spirit Award. So everybody voted, and apparently, I wasn't asked to vote. I'm like, wait, how could I win if I didn't vote? And my director, Annie, was like, 'cause it wasn't even a contest. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. So it wasn't.
Well, I believe
really
that Lexi would say she was very surprised at it. That is one of the highest ranking titles in our system is the Miss Congeniality. It is voted on by all of the contestants about who's the nicest, most helpful. So I'm guessing she was surprised yesterday. She can type in that, but we were very proud to have her. We've had just wonderful representation, and so to pick just one is really hard. But congratulations, Lexi.
Okay, are you guys, Lexi, are you okay with coming on? Do you want to come on as a guest really quick and just say hi? You let me know if you want to. So if I see her in her little video. She's wearing a crown. So if she wants to come on, I will have to tag you guys back out, drop you guys out of it, and tag her into it. Do it. Okay. So just so we can talk to her a little bit. And then I just want you both to know, any time that you want to come on the show, just come in, do it, Lex, come on. Do it. Bethany's on going, do it.
She wasn't prepared. In case, no peer pressure. If she'd like to do it another time, Lexi, know that you have that opportunity too.
First of all, we want you to know it's a safe space. So if anybody ever wants to guest, there are some rules to our guesting. You have to be at least 13 to be able to be a guest. It has to be questions about pageantry or beauty or anything that has to do with pageantry. And then it has to be positive. So if it's not positive, we do drop you from the call immediately. And if it is in any way inappropriate, we do ban you. And I have my viewers. I've actually had people that we've had banned from YouNow. If they're inappropriate, we can actually block them, and then I report them, and then their account is locked. So and what usually we do, if we've ever had that situation, is I have all of my viewers do it at the same time. So when we do that, that's what happens. Just because we are all about positivity, and I hate having to put rules like that on it, but I want people to know that this is a safe place where you can come and hang out and be with, your friends and talk about all of the things that are really important about pageantry and about the friendships and about hanging out and just about being able to make a difference in the world and about how beauty is from the inside out. So, no place for trolls.
We agree.
Yay, Pam, I didn't know that. Pam is amazing. I love her so much. And Bethany, thank you so much. Beth, let me know when you want to come on the show. I know you probably have to get your director's approval to be able to do it, but we are all about the positive, man. All about it. So, all right. Let me hold on really a second. Let me check really quick and see if there's anybody on. Does anybody have any questions for Melissa or for Tasia? Hey, Alma Saucy, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Yasmin, if you haven't already, please fan us. Hey, Jeff, how are you? What's going on? Feel free to, if you haven't fanned us already, to please do that and share us with your friends. We are already at number one tonight, but we want to make sure that we share all the positivity that's going on and making a difference in the world. So, ooh, double quarter pounder, yummy. Okay, I hate saying it, but that sounds really good. Okay. Melissa, is there anything that you want to say to all the viewers? Anything that you want to share?
Well, I think it's an absolute honor to be able to be on your show, and I consider myself still a newbie. We've only had just our second annual yesterday, so I have a lot to learn. But what has just been an amazing experience, and really to tears yesterday, seeing the difference that putting pageants together has done for the community. Have so many people come out to support us, to say thank you. The ways that the individuals of every age are going out and serving the community, I'm just blown away with. Our particular pageant is guys and gals ages 3 to 103, and our youngest has been 3. We've had a few 3-year-olds. Our oldest, an 87 and an 84. So I'm still trying to get that next, get a few more. But we went to a nursing home for Easter, and that was our official 1,000th appearance. And I got to meet and speak with a 94-year-old who was in World War II as a pilot, and she has a Congressional Medal of Honor in the nursing home. And so stuff like that, I would have never had the opportunity to meet her had it not been for pageantry. So how far my experience is going because of this has just been tremendous. And our community doesn't have this until now. And so just to be able to provide, so if any of our viewers are watching and haven't been involved in pageants yet, I would just so strongly encourage them to get in touch with you and find out how to be involved, because there's nothing better than making the difference with amazing people and doing it together.
It's true. That's awesome. Okay, so Melissa, what made you decide to, did you do pageants when you were younger, or this was really the first?
No. No,
okay,
that would
so
be no.
You just went, okay, I'm going to be a director today. What were you thinking, woman?
The history of it is I was working for a chamber of commerce, and there was a that was very involved with that chamber, and her gals would come to all the ribbon cuttings. I didn't see all the community work that they were doing because I wasn't part of that. I just saw that they were coming to ribbon cuttings and didn't fully understand it. But when I went ahead and opened my own business, I had such a great relationship with that chamber that I had asked them, would they bring their queens to my ribbon cutting as my grand opening, which was in 2009. And they traveled over an hour to be a part of that. And then the pageant was a little bit older and was starting to have some memory and dementia issues. And she had suggested, and I was 40 at the time, she had suggested that I be in her pageant. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet, honey, no, but thank you. You know, I'm 40 years old, but I'm not going to be in a pageant, but thanks. I said, but you know what I'd really like to do? I have a makeup business. I would love to be able to provide makeup services for your contestants. And she said, I will let you provide makeup services after you become a title holder. Now, well, I don't want the business that bad, but thanks. So that was my first impression. And a girlfriend of mine had suggested that the only reason I wasn't doing it was because afraid, and kind of dared, oh, you're not going to because you're scared? And she said, worst case scenario, you could lose, but you could still show the makeup. And I said, yeah, that's worst case scenario. And she really thought I should do it. I truly didn't understand the pageant that I was going for. I wasn't married at the time, so that put me in the MS category. So I was competing against college girls at the age of 40. I did not understand what was happening, but I did win the title that day as Greater Sacramento. for the 2009-2010 experience. Served with them for a year, met the most amazing people, and then the county voted me the best volunteer of the county as a result of that 1 year of service. And it was just really rewarding. But I thought, okay, I've done that. I got that off my to-do list. It's done. And I went a year without a title and missed it. So did it again. Then she did pass away almost 2 years ago now. And I just realized that we don't have all of that experience. We don't have what she was providing in our area. And so I purchased some of the titles that had held, which was Northern California, Capital City, and Gold Country, and brought it up here and said, let's go make a difference and honor her. So that's how it happened.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean, Heather is always telling me, oh, you're going to be, my assistant director, or you're going to be my floor director. I'm like, I have directed for USA. I have directed for Miss America. I have run my own national pageant. I will do any marketing you want. I will go out and bring people. I will go, come on, let's go. I will get you sponsors. No, I think that the director's job, out of all of the hats that I've worn in pageantry, all of the crowns I've worn in pageantry, is the hardest thing to do. It really is difficult from the standpoint of making ends meet to dealing with sometimes some very interesting parental units, sometimes some very interesting young adults. And trying to be able to deal with those personalities and be able to still smile and be like, yes, we love you being here. Thank you. So, Bethany has a question for Tasia. Will Tasia be in a parade, or have you been in a parade? She's going to be in a parade. So, do you have any tips? So, and I do, Tasia, Bethany, I do have tips for you too. And then, really hold that thought really quick because she also asked a question of Melissa. She said, Melissa, is it that you have to be a director? Do you have to have been a title holder previously to be a director? And I guess the answer to that is no for you. I know for me, you don't have to be. It helps because it gives you a better idea. My line of thinking is always contestant, delegate, so meaning you've won a title, go as far as you can with the title, then at that point, depending on how old you are, look into judging while you're competing, because judging really gives you an opportunity to really see what judges are looking for. Once you're on the other side of the stage, it changes your perspective totally, and that's actually, bye Shayna, see you later. That's one of the things that I think for me really changed pageantry and made me much more aware. Was the first time that I judged a pageant, because the little things that are nuances that you don't think of as a contestant become a big deal. Your mother was a judge last year because she was a past winner. Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
And I have held 3 titles so far and then judged about 20 pageants prior to becoming a director. So I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, I really think that it makes it easier if you kind of take those steps, because those steps give you a better idea of what you're taking on as a director, because once you become a judge, you kind of see what goes into all of that. Okay, so parade tips. Tasia, parade tips? Do you have any?
Parade tips. Well, Bethany, is it a daytime or a night parade? That is the big question. So if it's a daytime parade, it's important that you wear deodorant. That is the first thing I am going to recommend to you, because it is going to be hot. And sunscreen. But so deodorant and sunscreen. You got to take care of yourself. The third thing is the makeup choice. Because people are not going to be right in your face and they're not going to see all of your little imperfections, I would recommend that you go with a BB cream. So it's a before cream that protects you from the sun while still covering and giving you that like nice complexion. But do not wear a heavy foundation or a lot of powder because you're going to perspirate. You're going to sweat. It's going to be hot, even underneath that Easy Up. And that's going to cause you to break out. And it's also going to cause you to glisten. And that doesn't look photos. And with a matte BB cream, which I know Rimmel has, and some Motive products that I've used have definitely helped. It keeps your face from shining, and it also keeps the sweat from getting sticky. So I know that I'm just being real. Like, it gets really sticky. And then
I'm going to show you a picture so you guys can laugh. Another thing that's really important is that you bring something to cover your lap. Okay, do you guys see that picture? Look at how short my skirt is. Now, if I turned the wrong way, what would happen?
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Something that we do too, because it is so hot, with our little covering that's all fancy, we bring frozen bottles of water and put those on our lap and then put the blanket over it just to help. So it gets so hot, and those crowns really do pull in the heat. So we've had to have heat exhaustion because the sun will on those crowns and make you so hot. So bring lots of water, put the frozen bottles on your lap to just really take care of yourself.
Okay.
So
and
that
try to
goes
bring a portable fan if you can too. If you don't, because she's going to be on a float, so she's not going to have like air conditioning. So try. They have the little portable fans. They don't look pretty, but you can stick them underneath your sash where it'll blow air up on top of you because it gets really, really hot in San Antonio. I mean, it's hot almost all the time in San Antonio. So that's another one that you can do too. The ice is great. Doing the ice because that helps out a lot. Okay, another thing, Paige, sorry.
Then, yeah, your hair, Bethany. Since you're going to be in a hot climate, I think you should wear your hair up. Also keep you cooler, but then your hair won't look as frizzed or as frazzled if it's humid there. And my last thing is your attire. I would recommend not huge heel because when you get hot, your muscles are technically going to get more achy faster than usual. So wear a short heel and wear a long dress. So a lot of the times you think, oh, I'm going to be hot, I need to wear a shorter. Don't wear a shorter dress. You'll get a weird sunburn. It doesn't look as good.
Evening gowns are not going to breathe. So wear you don't have to be as formal. I mean, you can be formal, but try to find something that looks a little dressy without it being dressy. So if you can get one of the maxi dresses that looks a little dressed up, that works a whole lot better because the cotton is going to breathe a little bit better. Because if you wear a puffy gown, oh no, because not only is that going to be uncomfortable, it's going to itch.
I would shoot for something that goes below your knees. Yeah. I like just those dresses that don't have much to them. They're just like straps and then they go straight down to my ankles because that allows me to keep my legs apart if it gets a little hot. But it also for photos, because you do not know what angle those photos are coming from, it allows you to look uniform and professional. Like, you don't have to worry about where your feet are pointed because no one can see it. So that's what I would recommend. Now for a night parade, I think you should have a light-up crown. And if you can't have a light-up crown, Melissa actually puts Christmas lights in her banner, so it lights up her banner, and then she has a light-up crown. What else do you do for night parades, Melissa?
We have just decked out the entire up and with the different lights and it to a battery so that we weren't on the brake light system for the trailer, that when they were braking the lights would go off or on. So we've had a lot of fun on the nighttime parades and 4th of July is having lit sashes, lit crowns, and lit trailers.
Yeah, and then I would recommend glitter. Like, you can put glitter anywhere at night because it's not going to be as hot and your face is just going to pop. It's going to be great.
Dude,
and Motive Cosmetics.
I have been competing for 33 years, and I have never done a nighttime parade.
Really?
You're missing out. There's so much fun.
Nighttime boat parade, yes, but not an actual parade. I'm on a boat parade, like, no one sees you because you're on a boat. I'm on a boat. So
We've done it for Christmas, for 4th of July. We've had probably about 10 lit parades this last year. And they're so much fun because they're cooler. You do get to do so much more. And so that's why our lit crown category has been so popular. And then we have 2 sashes, one that lights up, one that doesn't, a crown that lights up, one that doesn't. So it's been a lot of fun. At California Exposition, which is our biggest area where the state park parades are, state fair, to go to their lit parade with a nighttime walking parade. So our banner, we had lights all the way around our banner and walked in the parade all lit up and everything was full of lights. And so that's actually on our Facebook page if you want to go there to see some of the fun that we had at the Christmas Wonderland at Cal Expo.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, my other guest was on. She's got to leave. Lori, can you stay on for just a second, or you got to go? Hold on one second, because I kind of bumped her a little bit so that we could talk to you guys, because I wasn't sure if we were going to go live or not and how it was going to work. So I don't know if she popped out or not. Hold on one second. Hold on, please stand by.
I had it too. When you locked
Oh, she already locked out. Okay, no problem. She popped out. She's going to come on tomorrow night's show. So,
I saw that Tasia put on their light up shoes, and I do have light up shoes too. They look like little Cinderella shoes, and when you walk, the lights sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah, but just definitely be aware of where the audience sees you from. You don't want to be showing too much. Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, Melissa, I'm older than you, right?
I just turned 48, right? Mm-hmm. I think so. I'm 48, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'm older than you. I'm like, what? Light up? Are you serious? Like, where do you get this stuff? Be aware of your surroundings. Good job, Kenzie. Hey, life of service.
We purchase the crowns and then light them up here. So they have a little battery pack. Can you see? So there's a battery pack, and then there's an off switch. So when you light them up.
Oh, okay. So Bethany, you're. Oh, look at that! Light it up! Oh my gosh, that's craziness. Okay, so Bethany, from what I understand, you're saying that you're on the top of the float, right? Because you're the reigning queen. So she might actually have to go a little bit dressier. I think she's got to go a little bit dressier, just because if there's okay. All the more reason to wear something that is a long skirt.
But I think you should get all of your queens together who are on the parade and have them decide, like, if you guys are going to try to win this, because most parades are judged. Like, you guys need to go all out with your attire. Like, oh my Mardi Gras parade. We had Ellen Dye, who's one of our diamond category queens, which is an older queen. She went all out.
She's younger than us.
And I think, like, if you guys want to do this parade right, you got to go all out. And sometimes being a little bit modest helps with that, even though it might be a little hot. Yeah.
And so what we do is coordinate colors. So for Mardi Gras, everyone was to wear green, purple, or gold. At 4th of July, it's red, white, or blue. So we try and have everyone in the same colors with the theme of the parade. Something that we did, too, one of the parades that we had something to do with newspaper stories. Mm-hmm. And so we had one of the little brothers going around handing out newspapers along the parade route. So just anything extra. So we've won several ribbons for the parades that we've been in because of just those extra touches that Tasia's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, in the long run, like, you might suffer a little bit, but in the long run, the judges, if it's a team that's judging, they want to winner who's gone all out. Like, they're just going to make a good story if you guys look good.
This is true. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean numbers. Sorry, I don't type well, if you guys kind of figured it out. There, number 1. No, not pediatrician. You wanted to be a nurse before, so. Okay, really quick, let me give shout-outs because we have new fans. Kate, thank you for fanning us. Dennis, thank you for being here. Leo, thank you for joining us. Kenzie, I love you as always. I'm hoping we're making you laugh, or at least we're entertaining you just a little bit. Carlo, thank you for being here. Sebastian, thank you for being here. Bella, thanks for being here. Gabriella, I know, can you believe we're number one? Woot woot, can't do that without you guys because my show is nothing without all of you. You make this happen for me. And Bethany, thank you for the great questions. Keep them coming because this is actually a great flow. So, Jayla, thank you for joining us. Natasha, thank you for joining us. My name is Stacey Sheriff Simpson. This is Pageantry Now. We do discussions on pageants. Right now, we've got special guests that are on that are title holders and a director, but we don't always have title holders and directors on, although we do have them that come in here and they actually chat with us, and sometimes it'll be an impromptu where they're not in crown and sash, they're just hanging with me and we're talking about different beauty secrets and things like that. Sometimes we're practicing interview skills. Sometimes we're just practicing public speaking. And when you're practicing those things, it doesn't have to be pageant related. It can always just be something that we're getting you ready for an interview for a job or whatever. I love you too, Ivory. You know that. You're working on your homework and listening, just chilling. It's okay, Kens. You know, I'm glad that you're here. So the whole idea is that we're helping to highlight number one. We're trying to highlight beauty from within. So it's super important that you all understand that we're here trying to show what pageantry is about and the good things that happen from it. So you love pageants. We're glad you love pageants. We're glad you're here. If you haven't already, fan us, share us with your friends. We're here every single night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so Tasia, what's your favorite thing about pageants?
My favorite thing about pageants would have to be the accountability. I know it sounds really lame, but I love having 52 to 48 people telling me to do the right thing at once. And also, when I come home from college, most people that come home, they just kind of, like, they don't know what to do. They don't know if they should call their high school friends. I have, like, 48 people in a Facebook group that I can just be like, I'm home for the weekend, who wants to hang out? And instantly, we can go do a community service event or just go have pizza at a local pizzeria. So that's my favorite thing. I know, right?
Tasia came home for 4 days for Christmas and had an appearance every day that she was here. Went to the Salvation Army and handed out toys at Christmas time for the children that didn't have them. Was involved with a local community nighttime event, which is in Nevada City, their Victorian Christmas. Went to the Eddie the Elf event where kids can go meet one of Santa's helpers. So she told me she's coming home for 4 days for Christmas. I'm like, I've got 4 events for you.
Yeah. It's just so much fun.
Tasia, I have 3 crowns, because I thought you had 2. You've got 3? Scored.
Yeah, so my crown last year, this one, and then I have a light crown.
Oh, well, clearly I need a light up crown. What is this all about?
Obviously.
I'm going to have to move to Cali now? What is going on, man? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so, Melissa, now that you've been on the other side of in your directing, what do you think the hardest part of pageantry is?
Oh my gosh, that is such an easy question. When somebody comes in, it broke my heart yesterday. Some people thought that they should score higher in different categories, and so while everyone in our system walks away with the title, be princess, ambassador, and then we have trophies for the people that really excelled in that division. So someone that thought they should have got a trophy that didn't. Someone that thought they should have got a queen title that didn't. Seeing the disappointment, that just breaks my heart. And so I want everybody to be a first place winner because they've gone out of their comfort zone. They're serving the community. They look so beautiful on stage. But that just really is part of what we have is somebody's going to be in first place and somebody's going to be in second. And seeing the disappointment, that has been the hardest part for me, no doubt. So that is a really easy question.
Okay, Kate, just to let you know, I was Miss Miami Teen USA a very long time ago, and I competed at Miss Teen Florida USA. I have been a director for the USA system in Texas. And I have been to Miss Universe the last 2 years in a row, not as a contestant, but as a reporter, a correspondent. My brain just shut down. And so I got to meet a bunch of wonderful people. I have met the last four Miss Americas and interviewed them. I've met the last 4 Miss Universes, and I've met the last 3 Miss USAs. And I have coached somebody to the Miss USA title, and we will leave that at that.
She's making new profile pictures over here. That's what she's doing.
For my comments.
For me, Bethany, no, I didn't have escorts. When I did the Mrs. America, Colorado America, my husband was my escort. That was a really long time ago. And I did that in, I want to say 89. That was a long time ago. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was way,
Like,
yeah.
before I was born.
I've been doing pageants for 33 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. Wow.
Round of applause.
So I just have a question for you. You've been doing pageants for 33 years. Do you feel like if you hadn't been doing pageants that your life would be different, that your values would be different? And would that different be good or bad?
Great question. When I got into pageantry because my mom made me do it. I was a victim of well, let me just explain it because it was kind of a convoluted way of doing it. I was a victim of domestic abuse, and I had to have reconstructive surgery on my face from an injury that I got from that particular incident. And my mom actually put me into a pageant at the age of 16, 3 months after I had the plastic surgery to raise my self-esteem. You don't want to do that to a 16-year-old.
That's
she
hard.
is very much a pageant mom. She's still my mom, and I love her. So, I did compete pretty heavily for a couple of years as a teen. But when I went to Florida Teen USA, I actually asked my mom to not come because the pressure was way, way too much. Then I got married a couple of years later, and I started doing the Mrs. Circuit. And again, I don't think my self-esteem was really high enough for me to really understand the value and to really understand my value. Being in abusive relationships really made it so that I was not really capable of seeing what I was worth. And so because of that, I really couldn't relate to being on stage and what it meant. So, yes, I would go on stage in a bathing suit, but I was more critical of myself than probably any of the judges ever were. And I always say now as a therapist that that's one of the things that's really hard is that we say things to ourselves in our self-voice that we would never say to our worst enemy. That, oh, I'm too fat. Oh, I'm ugly. Oh, that doesn't look good on me. Those are all the things that the negative thoughts that go through your head. Well, and because I'd been programmed that was the only thing that I had as a role model, I didn't have a positive voice at all. So I don't think I did well. When I got diagnosed with my cancer at the age of 30, they gave me 8 weeks to live. And that was really that moment that was very pivotal for me when I realized, okay, this is make or break. Clearly I had been through some very traumatic incidents, and I had been sexually abused too as a child. So, it was really hard for me to feel comfortable in my own skin and to feel comfortable with what was going on. Cancer made that happen for me. It's so sad that being told you're going to die really changed my ability to be able to see my true worth. So I was diagnosed September 11th, 1996. So my 5-year anniversary was 2001, and I call that my coming to Jesus moment. And I decided to look for stuff that I could do to be able to share my story. I didn't tell any of my family or any of my friends that the doctor gave me 8 weeks to live when I was diagnosed. So the first time I ever said those words was to a group of complete strangers at a Leukemia Lymphoma Society meeting to raise money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And then all of a sudden I had a dream, and I literally had a dream that I won a pageant. So I woke up in the morning and I'm like, I'm going to do a pageant. And my husband looked at me and went, what? Okay, sure, whatever you want to do. And the first system that I went into, I was a really good size 14, but I have a great shape. I mean, you guys have seen me. I mean, I haven't really lost weight or gained weight over the years. I've pretty much been a really good size 14 pretty consistently. And this particular system, the director said, you're a wonderful delegate, but I really need you to lose like 25 pounds so you can win the title. And I was like, I don't think so. I'm not going to do that. This is me. You're going to take me for me. Because this comes with all of that, and that's part of my beauty is who I am. I'm not going to let that be taken away from me because I had that taken away from me for so long. And so then I went into I was the first Ms. Texas Plus America, so I won that title. I went to nationals since it was the first year of the pageant. It was the first pageant for a size 14 and bigger. I did a Miss Congeniality face plant on stage, like for real. National pageant, full front down, stood back up, Sandra Bullock. And it's funny because my director now, Annie, was the MC at that pageant. We've been friends since 2003. Like, we've known each other that long. And she said that it was so funny now because it was really hard for everybody to hold it together because I just got up and was like, yeah, and bring it. But the feedback that I got afterwards was that they were told I wasn't plus size enough. And I went,
Oh, I hate the gap.
Yeah, I'm in the gap. I'm in that special place where no one belongs, somewhere between a 6 and a 14 where, you know, I mean, I don't know exactly what it is. And
Normal?
So then well, you know, and then I started looking for achievement pageants. I started looking for pageants that were based on community service. I started looking for systems that honored and highlighted who I was because I didn't care about what this image was. My story was way more important than being beautiful. And I won Mrs. Texas, then won Mrs. America Worldwide, and then placed in the top 5 at Mrs. Worldwide. And I was like, this is it. This is how we're going to do this. And it's been a pretty interesting run because I was Mrs. America Worldwide, and the following year I was Mrs. Universal Achievement, and the year after that I was Outstanding Woman in America. So again, went in as state, and then moved my way up to nationals. And then the title of Mrs. Accomplished American 2014, and then becoming a lifetime queen. And I'm going to win Woman of Achievement. Like, this is my avenue for being able to tell people my story. And I know that's a long, drawn-out answer. Normally, an interview would be very, very short, but I want you guys to know the story because not everybody hears that story. And my friends here, I want them to understand you have to appreciate your value. If you don't appreciate you, if you don't stick by who you are, if you're going to spend your whole life trying to change yourself to be what somebody else's image of you is, you're never going to be able to feel the kind of love that I feel for myself. You know, and I couldn't be loved until I felt that love for myself. And that took a very, very long time to do. So, pageants changed my life in a way that I have no words to express, except all of that, you know. So, I mean, I'm very blessed. I don't know if you guys know, and I know we've been trying to push it a lot on social media. I am in the process of getting my book out. We're in the process of trying to get it published. I'm asking everybody to give $1. We're doing a Kickstarter right now. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Crying, it's not a sad story. It's a story of, like, overcoming obstacles and making a difference in the world. I do this because if I touch one person's life on every day that I do this, they're going to go out and touch somebody else's life. It becomes my own pay it forward. And that is the way the snowball has to happen, and I believe very strongly in what Ellen says, hashtag be kind to one another. I mean it. It's not something that I just say, it's something I live. You know, we're here to make a difference. You just have to figure out what that is. And if pageants are your way to do that, then great. And if they're not, you'll find the thing that it is. So. Oh, stop, guys.
But the suggestion would be to try it.
No, now you're going to make me cry. You're not allowed to make me cry. Don't. Okay. Melissa, have you been crying this whole time? Don't cry. Please don't do that.
She has like a little tissue. She'll like lean out to like wipe her tears. So, when you were doing your teen pageants, what was the fitness like? I know we had someone asking us, me and you, about what competing in fit was like. Did you compete in fit?
I've never competed in fit, but Tasia just won fit yesterday as well as best dress. She needs to lean in and show off her.
Oh, so swimsuit.
The best thing about being in fitness is just owning yourself. I mean, honestly, it really, as long as you're confident and you walk out there and you look at your judges and you make sure the judges know you're there, if you're looking at them, they're not looking at your body, number one. So if you are making eye contact with them and you have an emotional connection with them, they're going to be looking at your face. Okay, yeah, are you there in fitness? And yes, are you supposed to look healthy? But you want to draw the attention to your face. I always tell people, if someone is looking at your feet, you're doing something really wrong.
Yeah.
If a judge has to take out enough time to be able to make sure that your shoes match your dress, you're not doing your job right. So, go ahead.
Oh, when I do fit, just to help boost my confidence, I just remember what a woman is supposed to be. So, like, when you're growing up and you're reading the Bible, there's, like, the image of Eve. Like, that was the perfect woman. And a lot of people have, like, the magazine idea of what a woman is supposed to look like. I don't really agree with that. And so some people might think that they're very perfect, but I think that we're unique as women. Like, that's what makes us beautiful, is that it's hard to pick yourself out of a crowd when you're trying to look like everyone else. So when I do fit, I embrace my different body type, and I just think to myself, this is what a woman's body is, and this is my body. This is my vessel, and I am proud of it. And so I do work to maintain it. You know, I eat healthy. I try to work out a little bit when I can fit it in.
When you're swimming, all the swimming you do.
Yeah, but my goal isn't to have a perfect body. My goal is just to be healthy. And that shows when I'm on stage, because I have that positive vibe just coming out. Like, this is happy, and she's working it. And I've seen some friends of mine in high school that were so focused on having that perfect image. And instead of, like, focusing on college or doing their homework, they were just focused on what they were eating and what they could take out of their diet. And they haven't gone very far, because their thought wasn't moving forward. Their thought was how to take away from themselves. And that isn't what we should be doing. And that's not what fit is about. I mean, it's just such. And when you started your pageants, what was your idea for having?
Well, with our fit category, our ages are 3 to 103, and so for fit, you cannot run in fit unless you're over 18. Some pageants have made such a bad name for pageantry as a whole that starting in a new community, I really needed it to be something different. And I wanted to applaud those ladies whose business is being in the physical fitness arena, and applaud them for what they were doing right. But I did not want anyone under 18 coming out on stage in a bathing suit to start having those concerns. So the bathing suit category is 18 and over, and it is under private judges. And on the judges' score sheet, it actually talks about, are they healthy? Is it appropriate for their age? So our last year's fitness winner was 59. So out of the ages 18 through the 103, a 59-year-old won fitness. She's had kids, and she still brought forth the positive attitude, the self-worth, and did make the eye contact that you're talking about, that it wasn't all about just being in the bathing suit. And so
and
that's what we do.
That's what it is. And for our system, for Women of Achievement, fitness has to be something that you actually do as fitness. Now, I'm going to do something, and I'm not doing this in a derogatory manner, but just so you have an idea, Bethany, this is my first runner-up, and she is stunning, drop-dead gorgeous, amazing, fantastically fit, like, oh my gosh. And hi! How are you, Angie? Thank you for being here. We appreciate you joining us.
Angie's one of our title holders that just received a title yesterday. So Angie was maybe interviewed. I'm not sure, but she just joined in as Diamond Grass Valley yesterday, and she is also a Cornish Christmas ambassador. So she has 4 crowns, 2 lit, and a spring and a Cornish. So she just posted on her Facebook page all 4 of her crowns.
Yay! Congratulations. Awesome. So Angie, if you want to come on the show, I can have you guest live like this. I can only do one person at a time, so you let me know. But the whole thing with fitness is that, and since you're doing MAOT, I know kind of what they're looking for. They are looking for, in teen, they're looking for a healthy young woman. It doesn't have to be that you're ripped or that, you have a specific look. They're looking for a healthy teen that, it is healthy with what she does. Does she work out? Does she do activities? And there are a couple girls that went to MAOT as state title holders, that were size 14 or 16. There have been Miss America contestants that were size 14 or 16. So the Miss America really focuses on fitness as a minor part of the score, but it really is all about, bringing out the highlights, like you said, of being healthy, about, doing the right things for your body. Starving yourself doesn't do what you need to do for your body. And actually, Lori, who was going to come on the show tonight, her whole thing was about healthy ways of eating and healthy supplements that you can take, and about trying to keep your body healthy and beautiful from the inside out. Any bad opening number experiences? I can't dance.
Well, I've never done an opening number, but the first time that I go on stage and I have to do my intro, I always try to be different than the girls that go on, so I try not to say good morning, because the audience and judges have probably heard that like 13 times already.
I have to encourage her to go ahead and do her opening that she did yesterday.
So I'm like prepping myself in the waiting line. Don't say good morning. Don't say good morning. Just say the facts. Stick to the basics. Smile. And I go on stage. I get the microphone and I say, "Buenos dias, señoritas y señores. Me llamo Tasia Evans." I went bilingual.
And it was awesome because she did stand out, because she's absolutely right. What number were you?
16.
So 15 people before her at 16 judges. So having her come out totally different made a difference in the judges' scores, I'm sure, but I haven't seen the scores yet.
Yeah, but so I just went with it. I was just on stage. My smile, though, was probably like the biggest smile I think I've ever had. I was just so embarrassed. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, but I went okay.
When I went into fitness, I had my headset on, and I couldn't get it to work. So I was trying to pull it out and trying to get in my ear and looking cool and trying to, do my walking thing. And then I got up to the front of the stage and I showed my Apple Watch, and I was like, look, and it didn't pop on, and I went, oh well, and I walked off. I was like, I made it funny. So when I turned back around to pose and turn, I was like, doesn't work. Oh well. And then just kept going, because, sometimes, honestly, it's live. You got no control over it. So sometimes, things that you think you're going to say just kind of come out of your mouth, and you're just, when I won Outstanding Woman in America, we were doing onstage question, and they were doing the warm up questions. Well, you guys were at Accomplished American. This is where this came from. So we were doing warm up questions on stage to get ready for the fishbowl, and so the MC said, "So Stacy, how is everything backstage?" And I stopped and I went, "The answer to that is world peace."
That's funny.
And I waited, and then I went, actually, the truth of the matter is, everybody's having a great time. This is all about, women accentuating who they are from the inside out. We're all, having a great time. We're doing each other's makeup. We're getting dressed. So when Heather found out about that, that's why all of the onstage questions had to do with Miss Congeniality. So I don't know if you guys got that at Accomplished, but that was the reason. It was because, it was like, So, have I had any meet and greets? Yes. Oh no! You rolled your ankle wearing wedges. I can only wear low heels now, so, but I'll tell you what. I was running through the airport in sandals, and I'm the reigning Mrs. Florida. Mrs. Florida Elite, Woman of Achievement. And I'm running through the airport on my way to an appearance 2 weeks before the Disney Marathon, where I was a guest speaker. So I was doing the marathon and a guest speaker, and my sandal broke, and I broke my foot. So you can do anything, whether it's a high wedge or a low wedge, either way. So you just have to be careful. Macy's is fun, though. All the girls get to get autographs and take pictures with you, and they like to see the crowns and the sparklies. So that's awesome. You've done meet and greets though before, Tasia, right? You've done
so we usually do meet and greets at our community service events. So with the nonprofits and the volunteers there, we'll introduce each other and ourselves. But I think at the fairground, our biggest meet and greet. So the county fair is probably like 4 cities. So we get people from 4 cities to come to one place, and we're holding animals for the Disability Day. So people with disabilities get free parking and free admission to our fair on one day, and we hold farm animals for them so they can come touch real life at horses, goats, chickens. Melissa has a turkey that she always holds every year.
It's different. This year's turkey's name was Dinner, and he was sold. So that part was hard this year as the little kids are coming up and going, "Oh, what's his name? Oh, his name's Dinner." So that one was hard. But we had chicks that had hatched only hours before. We had a goat that we've had lambs. So children of all different cities were coming. It is Disabilities Day for everyone of any age. So you had young children that had never seen a bunny before, or someone with a disability that had never touched one. And then the awe of the crowns. Mm-hmm. So this was, because I've held a title since 2009, this is something I've done every year since then, and it's growing bigger and bigger. And so about 10 of our court were there last year, and we met probably 200 individuals coming through to meet a chicken or a turkey named Dinner.
Yeah. So. I think the goat that I was walking around for people to pet was named Pants.
That's the goat.
Yeah. And then at the fair's like 7 or 6 days long, and we'll also do guest judging for fair events. So people in the audience will come up to us and ask, like, "What are you doing? Who are you?" And then we give our intro, we talk about the pageant program, and then we also talk about what we're judging that day. So, like, duct tape artwork, vegetable cars. It's so much fun. But that's our biggest meet and greet, and it's 6 to 7 days long.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. See, I gotta do stuff like that. I don't, like, South Florida is not a pageant state. South Florida is not pageant friendly. So everything pretty much that happens in pageantry happens like north of, like around Orlando. So there's a lot of pageants that happen around Orlando. So, which
our
means
community was not open to pageants when I first started. So when I became a title holder in 2009 and was told I needed to volunteer twice a month, as my commitment. I thought, oh gosh, that's no problem. Started connecting with the local chambers and all the different nonprofits here volunteer, and they wanted nothing to do with it. So I had to drive over an hour to where my pageant director had established relationships. So my very first opportunity was with the fairgrounds, and then Julia Jordan was the director of the Downtown Association, and she allowed me to volunteer for her. Then as people started seeing the good that we were doing in the community, we started doing more. So much so that we are invited somewhere every day of the week now locally, and just we can't fulfill all of the invitations that we receive. So it's been 7 years of really trying to make a difference. But the fairground event that she's talking about, I have held an animal every Friday of the fair for 7 years for these young children and disabled in our community, and it's been an amazing opportunity.
It's such a fun event.
Fair is going on right now, and actually my foster sister is in charge of it. And the first time that I was a title holder in Florida, I went to the fair, and she's like, "Why did you wear your crown?" She's like, "That's really embarrassing." She's like, "Please take that off." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
Yeah.
When I would come home and I would do visits, like because when I was Mrs. America Worldwide, like the 3 years that I pretty much had national or international titles, I was on a plane every weekend. And so we would try to do as many appearances down here as possible so that I could get free flights, because I had free airfare. Well, I had an airline sponsor, so I would get on a plane. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta because that was where the hub was for the airline that I was with. So I would get bumped a lot, but I would get out, I'd have my friends or my family pick me up at the airport, and I had to wear my sash because that was part of the agreement of them being one of our sponsors was, I had to be in sash. And my friends all be like, "Please take that off. You're embarrassing me. Take it off. Take it off." I'm like, "Thanks for supporting me. I love you guys. I'm going back to Texas now."
We do get a lot of the looks. Why are you wearing that? So it is an education process, but to be 1 year old, have done 1,000 appearances in the community, they're starting to get a little more used to it. So some of the organizations that didn't understand us at the beginning were there yesterday, the ribbon cutting, saying, "Way to go," thrilled to be part of it. So we've seen come full circle that, what are you guys doing? We want to be part of this. So I think it's just an education with what you're doing on your show to explain beauty from within, how pageants are about making the individual better and making the community better. So when we can keep getting that positive word out and making a difference, the glares and the please take it off, hopefully we'll start.
I think
I have people that ask me, like, "So did you get that? Is it your birthday? Did one of your friends buy that for you? Are you getting married?" I'm like, "No, I'm Mrs. America Worldwide. I won this. This is, And in Texas, I had a really hard time in the beginning because plus pageantry wasn't a thing at that point. It really was it had just started. So, being a plus size woman, and I don't think 14 is plus size, I think it's average. So I'm always that person going, "Hello, if I'm representing everybody in the United States, most of them are not a size 2, just a reality check." So, and that's like that whole thing is just trying to break through those barriers of what the typical pageant is, and again, going back to that whole idea, highlighting the fact that, there are plenty of women out there that hold titles, there are plenty of directors out there that are making a difference that don't get any kind of applause or get any kind of attention because, they're not Miss America or Miss USA. So,
Yeah.
Right,
I think
so
in our county, people are in their opinion. So much good service, and like with Salvation Army, I think that was the real breaker. When we raised $3,000 in 4 weeks, like that's when people really took a step back and were like, "These girls are serious. They're not playing around with tiaras. They're here to win it."
They're standing in the rain, ringing that bell.
And like the places where we were ringing bells, those were the most populated places of our county. So you're getting like the average Joes of Nevada County walking into this grocery store, seeing princesses and queens trying to raise money for a cause that most people just shrug their shoulders at. Like, and I honestly felt a change in the community once we did that event. Things were just different. And you can feel it in the air. Like, when we were at that, I felt so much more respect for our organization than I had when we first started. Yeah. So I'm excited for Fair this year. It's going to be different.
Really quickly, so do some shout-outs. Dennis, thank you for joining us. Leo, thank you for joining us. Carl, you've been on for a little while. Bella, thank you. Aisha, thank you. Angie, thank you. I just froze up. And Pam, by the way, congratulations on 1,000 fans. Yay, Pam! Aisha Wheels, yay! So, all right. So, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. We've been on for an hour and a half. Oh, my gosh. Can you believe it? Thank
you for having us.
No, it's been great. It's been super productive. So I'm so glad that you guys have been able to be here.
Here's my tissue.
No crying aloud in pageantry. No crying aloud.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she tells me all the time. Annie and I, because we had this relationship for so long, she's my director now, I was having a hard time. This was my first live pageant in a while. And after the surgery and everything that I was going through, and she kept going. And I was supposed to be judging, and then at the last minute, she's like, no, 2 weeks before pageant, she said, you're doing the pageant. And I went, I'm doing what? She's like, you're doing the pageant. And I said, I'm judging the pageant. I'm not doing the pageant. She goes, I need you to compete. And I went, oh, okay. Yay. I'm like, where's Honey Boo Boo?
Oh.
I know her, so don't mess with me.
Well, thank you for having us, and good night. Bye.
Guys, thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining. Come back anytime. Good night, guys. All right, guys, so thank you so much for being on tonight. We really appreciate all of you coming on, sharing your stories, and then asking questions. Bethany, thank you so much, guys. I hope that you guys got some great information about what pageantry is about and got to see conversation. Kenzie! What am I going to do with my YouNow kids? Do your homework, young lady. We're on every night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Pageantry Now. Oh, you were waiting to say goodbye to them. Oh, you're still here? Okay, good. And then if you guys want to, you can always go to our website at pageantrynowmedia.com. There are interviews that Heather did yesterday at the pageant of some of the other queens that won yesterday on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go to youtube.com/pageantrynowmedia and take a look at it. I haven't been able to update the website yet with some of the videos, so just go to YouTube so you can see them. Thank you so much. All of the videos are live except for that one, Melissa. So I will go in and I will make it live. I just wanted to get your approval before I did. And I just want to thank everybody. You know, I do this because you guys are out there and paying attention and helping me along and helping all of our other pageant friends do this too. And I really, really appreciate it. I know. I'm sorry, Ken. But it's good for you. It helps even if your homework isn't working. You gotta do it. You shouldn't have waited till Sunday night. Sorry, that's just the teacher in me. So, yay! So thanks, guys, Melissa and Tasia for being here. I appreciate it. Bethany, thanks for hanging out. I know. Mackenzie, what am I going to do with you? And if you guys have any questions, bring them to me tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You guys can join us anytime if you want to. We'd love to have you. Let me know that you're in the queue if you come on. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. And that's a wrap, everybody. Thank you. I love you guys. Mwah. See you later.